that, I'll just go out on a limb. I'm Janelle Cantrell, I coordinate the Big Year program. I would say without fail, the folks that take seriously what Dr. Hecker and Dr. Henderson have just spoken, they all get hired. It's the folks that kind of don't really put their whole heart in it, or they're unable to really shine, or show initiative, or show professionalism. Those are the ones that obviously aren't ready. Those are the ones that aren't hired. So, I mean, really, we are in schools that want us there, school districts and schools. They love our program. They love to hire our candidates because they are better prepared. They're the best prepared candidates in the area. And the huge caveat that Dr. Henderson talked about, you will have support with an additional mentor teacher that will work with you. You will also have the support of a university faculty member. So pretty much every week, someone's coming out there in the fall to work with you 1 to 2 hours. And that's key to our success. We've got someone to help you get over the lumps, the bumps, help you get through the hard times, help you keep from drowning, because sometimes it's very difficult, and if you can help you get through that fall, and then by the time spring comes, that's when we try to, you're still kind of hugging that tree, so we try to offer opportunity, push your professionalism, encourage you to take a little risk, more risk, maybe it's time to try some writing workshops, or let's try some more centers in math, or let's try something different in biology that we're working with. So we support you throughout that entire first year. So really, a lot of it, most of it, is in your hands. So I'm here to talk to you a little bit about the dates for early experience. Those are identified on our agenda. If you if your placement will be in Spartanburg 1 or Spartanburg 6, your start date is Monday, August the 11th, and then Greenville starts the very next day, August the 12th. Both districts have 5 staff development days at the beginning before the next, the 6th day of you being in school will be the first day of students. And what will you do during those 5 staff development days? Oh, everything and anything. There will be district meetings, school faculty meetings, department meetings, team meetings. You need to get your classroom ready, get the textbooks, find your textbooks, gather those. It's a very, very important time that you will establish your relationship and your rapport and your role with your cooperating teacher. In the past, we've had a few folks that didn't really work on that, and they struggle when it comes time in the spring, when you're wanting to be able to teach more lessons and take over the classroom. That trust has not been built at all. So during early experience is a prime time and opportunity for you to show your eagerness, your initiative, how you're very positive and enthusiastic, and you're willing to learn, willing to listen, ask questions, those sorts of things. You will see how a teacher gets ready for you will meet parents, and then you'll meet students. You'll meet the entire faculty at the school. You feel like, for a while, you may feel like they're dragging you around like a puppy, introducing you to everybody. I try to take that all in, but pay close attention who those office folks are, because those people are very important to you. So you make sure you know their names, and make sure you're always greet them in the mornings as well. So a lot of things will happen in the schools during that time. So it'll be a real exciting. Then you'll get to see the students. You'll get to see how a teacher establishes rapport, how they do interest inventories. You'll be participating in a lot of that because you'll already be working on a project for Dr. Ritter and, not just Dr. Ritter, and Harvey Choplin, who teaches our diversity course for elementary. Secondary, you don't formally participate in something like that, but informally, obviously, you will be doing it along with your cooperating teacher. And So you'll get to know your kids, you'll get to know your students. It's a lot different than placements that you have now with the 20 hours. You will work with these students all year long. You'll see them grow, you'll see them change, you'll see all sorts of things that will happen. So they will become very near and dear to your hearts, for sure. I can guarantee you that. You will notice that you'll be in the schools until you begin your classes here at Furman. So that's a little over 2 weeks. So that's wonderful. One year we had like 3 hours and 12 minutes of early experience. So we were real grateful for 2 weeks back in the schools. That gives you a great deal of time to really get to know your cooperating teacher, school, students, all those things that we talked about. We will have an orientation meeting. Ms. Moore referred to that. If you'll notice on our agenda, it will happen by district. Spartanburg 6 will be on Monday, August the 11th. We'll have 2 schools we'll be working with in District 6. So that meeting will occur at one of those 2 schools. By the time we meet again in April, I'll be able to give you an exact school and date for that, okay? Greenville will be, that's the first day. It's here on campus in the afternoon. For 30, we argue about this every year, but we'll have it decided by then. I think we'd go with 4:30? I'm not sure. I always think it's 4. I always think it's 4.
We say 4, but
Yeah.
really don't get started until 4:30 because it takes a while to
Right.
get started.
Right. And then Spartanburg 1 placements, that also is to be determined, but I can tell you it will be the morning. If you want to write this down, it will be the morning of August 12th, and that will occur at the school where the placements are in Spartanburg 1. So you want to make sure to know that those are coming. When you receive your placement, these dates will also be in the letter that we send to the cooperating teachers, so they'll already have these dates as well. So it's real important. It's kind of hard to start the first day of school and, oh, you got to meet with Furman at the same time. So we always try to give them those dates far ahead of time. And I think that's all I need to tell you about early experience. Do y'all have any questions about that part? You'll love it. You've seen school as a first day as a student. It's a lot different on the other side of the fence. Ms. Moore's going to talk to you about housing.
Housing, I'll just be real brief. What's happened probably for the last 5 years now is, do y'all know your fall housing assignments, or is that coming up? You don't? Okay. If you know your fall housing assignment and you're planning to live in campus housing, you're likely going to be able to move in the day before you're to report at your schools. So normally what housing does, if I wrote them last week and I haven't heard back yet, but normally what happens, if you're placed in Spartanburg and you have to report on Monday, August 11th, you're likely to have a move-in date with housing on Sunday, August 10th. For the Greenville placements, since the first day for teachers report is not till Tuesday, August 12th is a day later, I asked housing, could the Greenville people also move in Sunday, because I know it's difficult if your parents are helping you, but it's very well possible they're going to say no to the Greenville people. You're going to have to wait till Monday to move in the day before also. But I hopefully will have, more information about that shortly for y'all. But plan for that. It's never, they have limited, depending on what's going on with camps and conferences and limited staff, they try to have a staff person there on the weekends to move y'all in, and they don't like a lot of exceptions. So I'll be polling you on this survey whether or not you want housing, or if you're going to be living in campus housing for the early experience. There's no additional cost to tell your parents that even though Furman classes don't start until August 26th, because you are part of a required commitment at Furman, you're not going to have to pay any additional housing to come to campus 2 weeks early. If you're not sure, if you're still thinking, I might want to live in the Vinings next year, I might want to get an apartment off campus with 2 other people, that's fine. On the survey, just please indicate if you're undecided, put down that you want campus housing, okay? We can change that in the summer, because we'll be polled several times by housing about your final plans. They need to know for planning an estimated number right now. So I'd rather you check that you want campus housing unless you are absolutely certain you're not going to need it, okay? And And if you are planning to live in the Vinings, it's not part of this process. That's between you and the Vinings. That's not considered campus housing for our purposes. Okay? Any questions about that?